Good morning. Welcome back to the AM Edit. I'm Kristen, and I'm really glad you're here. So this week, we're not doing anything wild, not chasing bigger goals or trying to move faster. We're just trying to be a little more honest with ourselves, with our energy, with where we're at. Before your phone starts buzzing and the to-do list kicks in, can we just take a quick pause? This is not about reinventing yourself or trying to become some perfect version of you. It's about gently leaning into who you already are, like really leaning in with kindness. Today, I want to talk about something that sounds small but can seriously change everything. The 1-degree shift. Tiny, right? But don't let that fool you. This little shift might be the most real and sustainable way to grow without burning yourself out. Let's start here. Why does change feel so hard? It's not because you're lazy. Really, it's not. Most of us are just trying to overhaul everything all at once. We wake up Monday with all the motivation. New planner, new routine, new attitude. But by midweek, we're tired, frustrated, and we start believing we failed again. Then those sneaky thoughts creep in. Maybe I'm just not disciplined. Or maybe I can't stick with anything. Sound familiar? But maybe it's not you. Maybe it's just that the changes you're trying to make are too big all at once. Here's what I want you to try instead. Pick one area where you're feeling a little stuck right now. Could be your energy, your focus, your relationships, whatever's been weighing on you. Now zoom in, like really zoom in. Ask yourself, what's one tiny thing I could do in that area today that would make even a 1% difference? So instead of thinking, I need to fix my entire morning routine, ask, what's one small thing I could do tomorrow that might make the morning feel a little better? Maybe it's just making your bed, or drinking a glass of water before grabbing your coffee. That's enough. Write it down on a sticky note and put it somewhere you'll see first thing in the morning. Let it remind you. Small is enough. The truth is, we often think big change has to look dramatic. A total reinvention. Some big aha moment. But real change? It's quiet, it's kind, it's consistent. Think of it like turning a ship just 1 degree. It seems like nothing at first. But over time, that tiny angle takes you to a completely different place. It's not magic, it's just momentum. So let's talk about how to actually put this into practice. You ready? So here's how you start making these little shifts actually stick. First, write down one goal that's been on your mind. Doesn't have to be huge. Could be something like, I want to feel more energized, or I want to be more present with my family, or even just, I want to create more. Now take that goal and ask yourself, what's the 1-degree version of this? Like, if you want to journal every day, what if your 1-degree move was just writing a single sentence? Not a full page, not some poetic reflection, just one line. And if that still feels heavy, break it down even more. The point isn't to impress anyone. The point is to begin. Today, even if it feels like nothing. Because showing up, even in the tiniest way, starts to build trust with yourself. If it helps, set a little reminder on your phone. Call it your 1-degree check-in. Something gentle that nudges you midday. Hey, did I shift even just a little today? Let me tell you a quick story. There was a time when Mondays totally crushed me. I'd hype myself up Sunday night. New workout plan, meal prep, 6 a.m. alarms. I was all in. But by Thursday, I was done. And I'd feel so defeated, like I'd failed before I even got going. Then one day, instead of trying to do all the things, I just kept my phone on airplane mode for 5 minutes in the morning. That's it. No journaling, no stretching, no productivity hack. Just silence, just breathing. And you know what? That tiny decision changed how I started the day. It gave me this quiet power, this reminder that I had a choice in how I show up. That was my 1-degree shift. So here's your mini challenge if you're up for it. Set your alarm 5 minutes earlier tomorrow. When it goes off, don't reach for your phone. Keep it in airplane mode, just sit up, stretch, and breathe. Look out the window. That 5 minutes? Let that be your anchor, your stillness before the storm. Oh, and if you want a visual reminder, write Stillness first, on a sticky note. Stick it next to your bed or your coffee maker. Let it catch your eye before the scroll starts. Now let's talk about why this 1 degree thing is so powerful. You don't need to blow up your life. You don't need a glow up or a transformation montage. You just need a tiny redirection, a slight turn back toward yourself. 1 degree feels doable. It feels kind. And when you give it time, it leads you somewhere brand new. We get stuck because we're chasing perfection. But showing up imperfectly, that's where the real growth happens. So here's something to try today. Ask yourself, what's one small thing I can do that feels like care, not control? Make a list. 5 little things that feel like actual self-care right now, not the Instagram version. Stuff like drinking a big glass of water, resting your eyes for 2 minutes, writing down one thought that's been looping in your mind. Then, when the stress hits, and it will, pull up that list. Pick one. Do it. That's the shift. Use this mantra if you need it. Care first, then clarity. Okay, ready to get super practical? Here are 7 1-degree moves you can play with this week. Try 1. Stick with it for 5 days. See what shifts. The 1-line journal. Each morning, write 1 sentence. Today, I want to feel blank. Pick a feeling that matches how you want to move through the day. Not just what's on your to-do list. Why it works. It sets your emotional compass. 2. The 60-second reset. Pause once a day for a full minute. No screens, no thinking, no fixing. Just be. Why it works. It gives your nervous system a breather. It helps you reset before you spiral. 3. Flip your first thought. Notice the first anxious or negative thought that pops up in the morning. Then gently flip it. I'm so behind becomes I'm starting where I am. I can't do this becomes I'm learning how. Why it works. Your words shape your reality. 4. The micro movement. Move your body for 2 minutes. Stretch, dance, walk outside, shake it off. Why it works. Movement snaps you out of freeze mode. It reminds you you're alive, you're capable. 5. The nourishing choice. Choose one small thing that supports your well-being. A healthy snack. Fresh air. Saying no. Why it works. It reminds you that self-care isn't something you earn. It's your baseline. 6. The honest boundary. Say no. Once. Maybe it's to your phone. Maybe it's to overcommitting. Maybe it's to guilt. Why it works. Every no makes space for your yeses to matter more. 7. The future you check. Ask. What would future me thank me for doing today? Then do the tiniest version of that. 1 glass of water. 1 kind text. 1 breath. Why it works. It aligns you with who you're becoming, without the pressure to be them all at once. Stick those on your mirror, your fridge, or in your journal. Let them live with you this week. Let them whisper back when the noise gets loud. Okay, here's something else I want to talk about. Imperfection. Real life? It's messy. It's nonlinear. Some days you're crushing it, and other days brushing your teeth feels like a win. And honestly, that's okay. Instead of beating yourself up when things don't go perfectly, what if you started celebrating the fact that you showed up at all? Try this little practice. Start a note in your phone, or grab a notebook, and call it Daily Imperfect Wins. At the end of each day, jot down 1 thing you did, even if it wasn't flawless. Like maybe you sent a text reply later than you meant to, but it was thoughtful. Or you went for a walk, even if it was only 5 minutes. Then add 1 sentence about why it mattered. This simple habit builds self-trust. You start to realize, hey, I'm actually showing up in small ways every day. And after a week, look back at your list. I promise you'll start to notice patterns of effort, growth, and real momentum, even in the messiness. Let's talk about something we all need. Connection. You don't have to make these shifts on your own. In fact, change sticks way better when you're supported. Even just a little. So think about someone in your life who's either encouraging or on a similar path. Send them a quick message, nothing fancy, just like, "Hey, I'm trying this 1-degree thing, want to join me?" Or, "I'm picking one small habit this week to feel more grounded, thought of you." Even if they're not up for joining, that little check-in builds some shared energy. And if they are in, create a shared note or text thread. Check in every few days. Doesn't have to be deep. A still shifting or one tiny win today is more than enough. Small shifts plus support equals real movement. Here's another favorite tool I use, phone alarms labeled pause plus breathe. Set one mid-morning, another in the afternoon. When they go off, just stop for a second. Take 3 deep breaths. Look around. Feel your body. Ask yourself, what do I need right now? That's it. No scrolling, no fixing, no adding to the to-do list. Just a check-in with you. This is how we build awareness. This is how we come back to ourselves when the day tries to pull us in 10 different directions. Let's touch on confidence for a sec, because I know that's something a lot of us wrestle with. Confidence isn't about being loud or perfect or always knowing what you're doing. Real confidence comes from integrity, from keeping promises to yourself, even tiny ones. So here's a little exercise. Each morning, write down one thing you're going to do. Just one. Could be drink water before your coffee, send a check-in text. Step outside for 5 minutes, then do it. At night, check it off. And give yourself a quiet little heck yes moment. Over time, that follow-through adds up. It starts to say, I trust myself to show up. Okay, one more thing before we wrap. Gentle routines. Ask yourself, what's one simple, grounding thing I can add to my day this week? Don't overthink it. It might be lighting a candle while you journal, playing a soft playlist while you tidy up, sipping tea in silence before bed. Anchor it to something you already do, like brushing your teeth or making lunch. Let it become a little cue to slow down, to come home to yourself. Write down how you feel before and after. That awareness turns routine into ritual. And finally, if you're into words like I am, choose a guiding word for your week. Something that captures how you want to move through things. Maybe it's ease, steady, grounded, open, enough. Write it somewhere visible. Set it as your lock screen. Every time you see it, take a deep breath and reconnect. At the end of the day, jot down one small way that word showed up. Let that word guide your energy, not just your actions. All right, friend, one last reminder before we close. You don't need to throw everything out and start fresh. You don't need to be perfect or impressive. You don't need a glow up. You just need a pause and a pivot. A 1-degree shift. One small intentional move toward yourself. And one day, probably when you're not even paying attention, you'll look back and realize you've moved farther than you ever thought possible. So be gentle with yourself. Let things be boring. Let them be steady. Because steady is what carries us forward. This week doesn't need perfection. It just needs direction. You're only 1 degree away. Thanks for spending this time with me. If this resonated, send it to a friend who might need a soft start too. And make sure to subscribe. Your next reset will be waiting for you. This is the AM Edit. You're doing better than you realize. I'm Kristen. Talk to you soon. Bye. Hey.